Hello everyone, how you all doing? My name is Mumbo Jumbo and we are back on the HermitCraft server. We are in my jungle base and it is episode 43. And this episode, this one's a special one. Can you work out why? I'm sure you can. The people that are watching it on the day probably know that this is a special, but anyone that's watching it later on, I don't know, if you've sort of looked around the video, you may notice something, that this video is released on January the 2nd of 2014, making this the first video released in 2014. That means that my videos have spanned across 3 years. 3 years! Can you believe that? That is a long time, isn't it? That's quite impressive. 2 years of my life, almost, I have spent on this channel, spanning across 3 years of making videos for you guys. This time last year, I had just over 10,000 subscribers, and now here I am with 217,000 last time I checked. So I must admit, this has been 2013. Let's reflect. Let's do a reflection session. 2013 has been one of the best years of my life. Obviously, YouTube has released a bunch of brilliant opportunities to me. It's just been fantastic. As far as YouTube is concerned, I could not have wished for any better. Channel growth, the number of lovely people that I've had the chance to speak to. I'm going heart to heart here because I've loved it. 2013 has been incredible as well for other various bits and bobs. Obviously, did I start college last year? No, I started college in 2012. Bummer. But 2013, as far as college is concerned, it's been alright. I passed my driving test in 2013. I turned 18 in 2013. And I watched Breaking Bad in 2013. And I can tell you every single thing that I just mentioned has been nothing short of brilliant. So yeah, it's been a good one, but I am looking forward to 2014. There are plenty of possible things that could happen in 2014, many of them bad, but some of them are absolutely brilliant. So I am excited to see what the future holds, but I'm sure you're also excited to see what the future holds for this episode, so let's begin with the projects that I've got for you. So here's the deal. Here is the deal. I have had this storage area since probably... you're going to put me on the spot here, around about episode 7 or 8. I don't know. I'm going to stick my hands up and say that I don't know. But what I'm trying to say here is that it's so pointless. It is obscenely large. None of it is used. I don't know why I did it. I still cannot quite fathom in my brain why I placed so many chests on that fateful day. Why did I think this was a good idea? Oh yeah, let's have one strand for building blocks, for all those many hundreds of building blocks we're going to get. Oh, one strand for plants, because we all know how many plants you like to collect, Ollie. And then this side, let's just have a whole strand devoted to precious items. No, the whole idea of precious items is that you don't get many of them. What was going through my head when I thought I was going to fill all of this with precious items? I didn't even have enough precious items to fill up the bleating item frames. Can you believe it? Idiocy everywhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out this part of the storage area because it is so unnecessary. It's not even funny, and I am going to replace it with something. It might be donator signs because I've got plenty of donator signs to hand out, or maybe like a wheat farm or various different animal farms. I haven't quite decided yet. Obviously, we fixed up the cow farm in the last episode, and it is working like a charm. The bovines are happy, so I'm a happy bunny as well. But I could do with a sheep farm or a pig farm, but then again, pigs are no better than cows, so no, I think sheep farm would be a good idea. But for the minute, I think I'm just going to concentrate on resorting all of these item frames and getting rid of any of the stuff that we don't need. Well, some things just happened that I feel like you should know about, okay? I very briefly, mentioned to Corrales that name tag was over at my base. You can see in the chat right here. But yeah, I briefly mentioned, I was like, I'm going to be a good guy. I'm going to mention that name tag is over at my base. And Corrales was like, no, he's not here. And I was just like, he is. The name tag is at my base. He has been for 2 months. You rode him here when you built the big Corrales and put all the bushes in my base. And then he informed me that name tag is dead. So that was a bit of a surprise. He came over to my base, he took a look at the horse, and he was like, that's not name tag. That's just a horse named name tag. I don't know what to do. I've got a random horse in my base called name tag, and apparently it isn't the official Keralis name tag. And then, to make matters worse, he just came over to my base and noticed that Big Keralis was gone and said that he was... Oh, he's got in. We've got a mob in the base. I did all that work with the fence and one of them's got in, and he's grizzing me. Anyway, like I said, Keralis came into my base and realised that actually Big Keralis was gone, and he got a little bit upset. So now, I'm feeling nothing but sadness. I got his hopes up because he thought his horse was still alive, and it turns out it was an imposter. And then, it turns out that his giant statue has been removed. I mean, it can't get much worse for him, can it? Okay, drama aside, we're going to get rid of that. Nobody knows who nametag is, so we haven't got a resolution to the problem. He is wearing diamond horse armor though, so if nobody claims him, then I'm going to be nabbing that. I'm going to put that out there. I'm going to be taking that diamond horse armor if nobody owns nametag. But anyway, as you can see, I have got rid of all of the chests in the chest area, and... well, my frames per second are feeling so much better. Item frames cause so much lag, I had not realised it, and just taking out one strand of chests here, it's just made it endlessly better. So thank you, Minecraft, for that. That really is brilliant. But now I don't really know what to do with all this space. You can see we have got huge amounts of space. But I don't know what to do. I don't know what to fill it with. It feels like empty shelves at a supermarket. It just doesn't look right. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to the new HermitCraft town and take a look at some of the things that people have been doing, just to get a rough idea of what's cool, what could possibly go into spaces like this. Might give me a little bit of inspiration, and it also gives you a chance to take a look at some of the new stuff that has been going down on the HermitCraft server. Now the hub update is looking good. Taking a look around all of the Hermit's bases has been incredibly interesting. You know, there was some really good stuff going down there, and as I'm sure you're aware, it's very hard to keep up with all of the Hermit's videos. In fact, there's not enough hours in the day to watch every single video that every single Hermit puts out. It just couldn't happen. If anyone is trying that, then massive congratulations to you. I just punched my desk out of excitement. I hope that that didn't come through too much on the video. But unfortunately, I didn't get any inspiration from it. It really was a bit of a shame. I didn't get any inspiration of things I want to do. It wasn't the right sort of setting. You know, I'd see things that I liked, but then I was like, would that work in this long and awkward room? No, it wouldn't. So here's the deal. I'm just going to say some suggestions to you, and you can let me know if you like the sound of them. So one of them is an automatic melon and pumpkin farm. There'll be one melons and pumpkins, or we've got wheat, or potentially sugarcane, although we've got a sugarcane farm over there, so that's a bit silly. Then we have a sheep farm, and finally putting up donator signs. That is probably one of the things that we do need, but I don't know. I don't know if this is the right place for them at all. So yeah, those are your planned sort of ideas, and if you do like the sound of a specific one, then please be sure to go down to the comment section and let me know which one that is. But one thing that the new Hermit Town did teach me is that I should probably have some form of chicken farm. I don't have any chickens or any form of chicken farm in my base, so it seems like a pretty good idea because chickens are a good sustainable way of getting your food, and it tastes pretty good. Chicken's one of my favourite meats, so why not have a chicken farm? It seems like a good idea, but here comes the bad news. I've never done a redstone video on a chicken farm before. I've never done it, so I don't have my own design for a chicken farm, which is really odd for me. I'm used to having everything mapped out for me as far as redstone is concerned. I go into my testing world, I find the build, and I'm like, yeah, I did that, I know that this works well. Now I'm going to have to head out into the wide world of YouTube. I'm going to have to take a look at various different chicken farm designs and try and find out the best one, and if I can't find one that I like, then I'm going to have to design one myself. Because if you want something done well, then you do it yourself, unless someone's done it better than you on YouTube, and then you just copy them. Here we are in my new and improved redstone testing world. Yes, I lost the old one when my computer broke, and it's a real shame because I spent many months in that world and I loved it very much. But I've got this new one and it is just as good. But that is not the reason that we're over here. We are over here to take a look at this fantastic little chicken farm that you can see it's working. It just worked right in front of your eyes. It is a design by Exumavoid, and I'm sure you will know who he is. He is a fellow hermit, and this is his design, and it is pretty brilliant. It's a fully automatic chicken farm. I will put a link to that video in the description so that you can check it out. Don't worry about these guys. It's just a standard Minecraft glitch. I put about 500 chickens in that little hole, and they're spazzing out everywhere. So forget about them, but yes, it is working like a charm, and this is what I'm going to be building on HermitCraft. So now we are going to take a quick commercial break, and I'll be right back with you. Okay everyone, welcome back, and I have got some brilliant news for you. I have managed to build the chicken farm. Azuma's design, I mentioned it a little bit earlier. Like I say, it will be in the description. It's really good, and it doesn't take long to build whatsoever. Like, that took probably about 10 minutes at the most. The resources, if you aren't particularly rich like myself, might be a little bit difficult to get. There's quite a few hoppers involved, but all in all, very easy build, and it's a nice one as well. But there is a fundamental flaw with my current chicken farm, okay? Really bad, you know, it could be classed as terrible. Doesn't currently have any chickens in it, does it? So that means that we're not going to be getting any form of chicken from this thing, because no chickens. So I'm going to have to go out in search of some chickens. I don't know where I'm going to get them from though, because I need a lot of eggs, and there's nowhere really that you can get a bulk amount of eggs. So I'm going to have to go around people's bases and then ask them if I can borrow some eggs. I'm sure they won't mind, but I don't know, it's just a little bit annoying, isn't it? I managed to find 2 eggs in a random chest around my base, so let's just hope I get extraordinarily lucky and 4 chickens come out of each egg. Here we go. Oh, we got a chicken. I'll take that. That's okay. Obviously, we can't really breed him that much, but first chicken in the chicken farm. Now we need to find another source of eggs, because I'm all out of them. A massive thank you to Hypno, because he said that he has got a few eggs over at his base that I could borrow, and yeah, we're over at the hermit town now, and I thought I'd give you a really quick look around, like extremely quick, just sort of do this to say that there is a lot of stuff going down here. Over there is the Aber caving tournament type thing that unfortunately I didn't get involved in because I didn't feel like I was going to be able to commit to it, because this time of year is very busy for me. But I believe this is Hypno's base. So yeah, he said that he's got a full chest of eggs and that I can't have all of the eggs, but I can help myself to a few. Right, they're not up here. He just seems to have a block of ice. Wow, he's got himself a bit of an elongated base here, doesn't he? So let's have a look. Oh, this is going to take all day. Well, thank you to Hypno for offering me the eggs. I will find them and they will be very useful. I was just firing some eggs into the chicken farm, and it was around about that time that I realised the fence, it's not really working at the minute. I mean, there are mobs just flowing over this part. I think it's a bit of a fail in terms of keeping mobs out, because they just walk over the fence and just stroll in and then completely blitz me. I've had skeletons destroy me up at the top here because I just get blasted off the edge, and it's no fun whatsoever. But if we take a look at how many chickens we've got in here, I've taken out the hole. Let's take a look at it from the front. There's a few of them. There is quite a few. I picked up about 6 stacks of eggs from Hypno's base, and this is how many we've got. It will look a lot more when they grow into adults, and then we can get the seeds and breed them all, and we should end up with quite a good number of chickens. Now, I have a sneaky suspicion that I might be getting just a little bit too ambitious with my builds at the minute, so just bear with me and take a look at what I've been up to. So first off, I ran out of jungle wood, so that's not a design feature. I'm not going mad. Don't worry, that will be filled in a couple of seconds. This is sort of like a working draft, just to see if you guys like it. I will finish it in today's episode, but I just want to know if you think what I'm doing is nice or not. So anyway, as you can see, we have got the jungle wood going in here, then we have got the fence post, and around this side, well, this is where things begin to get just a little bit interesting. We have got the half slabs in here, and I like this because you can see through the design. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that looks good, and obviously that will go all the way around this build, and then at the front we will leave it open, and then for a roof I'll probably end up doing what I've done for pretty much this build and the wheat farm over there as well, because I think that looks good. But what I want you to do is, if you think this looks horrifically ugly, please go down to the comment section and say, I think this looks ugly, I vomited on my keyboard and now you owe me a new keyboard, instead of going, oh, that looks alright. Because if I get hundreds of comments saying that looks alright, I'll be like, well, it's okay, I don't really have to do anything. If I get hundreds of comments saying that's disgusting, then obviously I'm going to work on it. So please, if you don't like it, go down to the comment section and let me know. Well, hey, there we go. Look at that. You know what? Okay, I originally said, don't know about this design, but now that we've got the roof on, you have to admit, it looks alright, doesn't it? It looks pretty cool. I like this a lot, especially from like down at a lower angle. It looks very sort of tall and grand. Oh, man. I am genuinely happy with this. This looks really cool. I am proud of myself, and it is working. We don't have any baby chickens yet. Come on, honey. Do it for me. Do it for me. We don't have any chicken, and my food situation is just gradually getting worse and worse, but they are laying eggs. We do need to breed up the chickens a little bit more, and I'll do a little bit of that now because I think, well, I've got myself a wheat farm over here. I don't know if there's any seeds in the wheat farm though, which is a bit of a bummer. So I'll have to go around and just take out some of those long grass things and gather up some seeds. Yeah, I've got 5 seeds here, so that's good for a little bit of breeding. But yeah, I want to get a large number of chickens in this farm so that it's really fully operational, and then I can AFK here for a couple of hours and just gather up tons and tons of chicken so that I've got plenty of endless food. That would just be the best. It's really great to see that Monkey Farm has kept my Santa's hat. That did take quite a long time. In fact, it took a very long time to build. And I released the video on Christmas Day, so I almost feel like a lot of people didn't get to see it. It was a bit of a shame. I hadn't really thought it through. I just assumed that no one does anything on Christmas Day, so why wouldn't they want to watch a video of me building a giant Christmas hat on top of a skull? I mean, that is one of the traditional Christmas things to do, surely. But if you haven't seen that video, I would suggest checking it out, and I will put a link to that in the description because it's a great fun one. I mean, look at this thing. I am so proud of that build. And whoa, hello. And Monkey Farmer said that he's not actually going to take it down because he likes it so much. So there we go. That's another build that I'm just extremely happy with on the HermitCraft server. I seem to be doing quite a lot of them recently. I feel like I'm getting better and better at doing things these days. I did a bunch of grass punching in the spawn area, and I got myself a handful of seeds. I think I got a stack and a bit, or almost 2 stacks actually, so it's pretty good. That should be plenty. So now it is loving time for these chickens. They're going to be getting down and dirty inside the chicken farm and making some smaller chickens, which is exactly what we need, because then we can pretty much almost double the number of chickens that we have got up here, ready for creating more chickens so that we can get chicken for dinner. God, there were so many chickens in that sentence, I don't even know if it made sense. But anyway, I'm just going to keep breeding these guys. Surely it's not done yet, and we'll see how many we can get. I have got some brilliant news, everyone. Would you look at that? We have got our first set of chickens in the chicken farm. Yes. This basically means, if you don't know what this chicken farm does, okay, what it means is that these chickens are then going to grow into adults. They're going to get burned by the lava, and then their drops are going to fall into this chest, which means that we should get some cooked chicken and a few feathers as well. So that is absolutely brilliant, and also it would look like that a lot of these chickens are also growing into adults. So I am very happy. The chicken farm appears to be working now. Oh, this is good stuff. What I am going to do now is I'm going to go all the way up here, all the way to that very top platform. I don't know if you can quite see it yet, but it is right way up in the sky, and what that will do is that will unload it won't unload, it will stop any mobs spawning on this ground or any of the caves down beneath, and that means that my mob spawner is going to be working at 100% full efficiency, so we should get a bunch of mob drops, but also we will be AFKing here. We'll be getting loads of chicken, hopefully tons of it will go into the chest, and we'll have a good supply of food. So I'm going to head up there, and I will stay there for about 2 or 3 hours whilst I'm away doing something else, and then we'll see how much we can get. After just 1 hour of AFKing, let's take a look at how much I've got, and whoa! That's impressive, isn't it? We've got tons and tons of bones in there. We actually have a few witch drops as well. Not as many as I thought. I think witches are considerably rarer than any other mobs to spawn. So that is why we don't have as many witch drops, which is a bit of a shame. I mean, we've got a quarter of a stack of glowstone dust, which will make for, what, about 4? Yeah, 4 pieces of glowstone, so that's no good. I was really hoping for more glowstone there because I hate the nether. I can't do it. I just get killed all the time, so it'd be really great to have a sustainable source of glowstone, but it looks like this is going to be pretty tough to do. So that's a bit of a shame, but unfortunately, that is all I've got time for today, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you did enjoy this video. It has been packed full of problems. I've had audio problems. I don't know if you've noticed anything different with my microphone, but it really has been varying with what volume. My computer has been blue screening. I had to take it all apart and put it all back together, so that was quite stressful. It's just been a bit of a stressful episode, but I did get quite a lot done, and it was a fun one to record. So if you did enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.